Right, I hadn't got a lot planned today. This is not an early actual introduction for a Tuesday. I actually had to go and pick up my monthly subscription. So there I was. I wrapped up quite warm because it was chilly first thing this morning. But then I had my, gloves on, my face mask and everything. Just so I was protected going out. This is one occasion I could not get a family member to pick my prescription up. I was hoping, I know like a lot of people, that when I got my medication a month ago I thought it was going to be over, or I didn't realise how bad it was going to be. I know a month ago when I got my medication it took 2.5 hours at Boots. I was there about 20-25 minutes before it was due to open, but it took 2.5 hours, and I think I put some footage of that in a previous video. It only took me about an hour, and half of that was the fact that I was in the queue at 9:30 because Boots didn't open till 10. They have got the strips on the flooring. I did inquire a second time about having my meds delivered. I am counted as at risk, but unfortunately at the moment they're struggling, and it's mostly 70 and over in age, and one's really at risk, like heart problems, recovering, or with cancer, that sort of thing. So unfortunately it doesn't come into the guidelines. Both hubby and my son, they go out, well, my hubby goes out at 6:10 in the morning and finishes at 6 in the evening. And my son, he goes out at 7:30 and he's normally home about 6 at night. So consequently Boots is only open 10 till 4. So that causes a slight problem, and like I thought a month ago, I'm hoping by the time another month goes where my monthly subscriptions are due, that it is going to be blown over, she says. I don't mind, but other than that, today it was to take the rest of my Easter decorations down, get my prescription and cook a meal. That's all I was prepared to do on a Tuesday or today, because I wasn't sure how long I was going to be out. And yeah, I thought I'd brighten myself up. I do wear a lot of probably dark colours. When I used to work before I was made redundant, they used to know, or seem to think when I was in a lovely happy mood, because I would wear bright colours. Possibly subconsciously, maybe that's the case, I don't know. But I must admit, most of the time I do wear dark colours until the brighter and warmer weather. I have got a lot of lighter colours, but I do love lilac and purple, and consequently that is what I'm wearing today with my jeggings. I am trying to go through my wardrobe because I believe actually Crafty Batty Ann mentioned this on one of her videos, how you tend to wear or not get so dressed up. I mean, I do like being comfortable at home, and I've said this a number of times when I'm doing my housework. I probably wear jogging bottoms, a comfy t-shirt, maybe a sweatshirt, but I still like to look fairly decent. But I must admit with her, and I put a bit of lippy on because I do get dried sore lips. It is the case that a lot of my clothes are not getting worn. I'm sort of wearing the same things, and dare I say it, I think I will actually admit to this, I've had the odd pyjama day as well. I'm sure a lot of people have, do you know what I mean? And now the sun's out and everything for the last few days. We've had some rain, because if you remember I commented that on Saturday just gone, both hubby and my son were working, but they were both off on the Sunday. I was hoping to get some gardening done, and then it absolutely chucked me down with rain on the Saturday, and I thought, that's out the window, I'm not going to get my lawns done. But then it was beautiful, although it was quite late in the afternoon when we started doing the lawns. But with help with my son and hubby, we got it done in a fraction of the time it would have took me all day to get that done. Going back to dress, I don't know, I might actually have a little fashion parade, I'm not sure. I don't think I've put on that much weight. I'm trying to keep going, so I don't. But I might try a few things. I know for a fact in my wardrobe I've got some new pieces, some new t-shirts with tags on, or stuff that I bought after the season last year, you know, after the summer. I don't know if anybody else does this, ready to be packed to go away the following year. And I know I've got a few t-shirts, so I might actually, if anybody's interested in a video there, I might include some of my clothing, because you can't do shopping hauls. That's why I did my entertainment favourites. I've got a couple more favourite videos I want to plan out as well. Probably included in that will be things like I've got off of Facebook Marketplace, the charity shop, and maybe a few bargains, and maybe show them round our home what I've done with them, things like that. Oh, and don't forget Carbood, I didn't think I mentioned that. I got some really good bargains. It's going to be a stretch because it was sort of, I'm sure it was about March, April last year, I actually got in, you know, sort of got hooked onto Marketplace on Facebook. And as you know, that's where we got this leather chair and the two-seater chair from this lady. We went outside of our town to get it. She was replacing it with new furniture, and it was all free, and now we've had it a year and nothing wrong with it. And the other, well, this was free by the way, and the other one that hubby normally sits on, which is down here, that was £20. So our furniture was about gone, and we were sort of saving up. We wanted to save up as much as we could, so that we have a broad sort of money aspect, so that we could purchase these things. And now it's lasted a year. I keep saying this, I do have a wish list and sort of prioritise things. I said I do need a new fridge at some point, but we're trying to hang on until the lockdown's finished, if we desperately can, that is. We did buy the microwave for our caravan just before the lockdown, which was a relief, which I've shown still in the games room. I haven't inquired because I meant to have a word with hubby to see. I presume because of the lockdown that they might have done more security measures where our caravans are, because if you're on the lockdown, you're not expected to use your motorhome or your caravan and everything like RV. So what they normally do is during the times that it's not open, because they do actually put second locks on the gates. There's a security system, guard dog, and also a second barrier before you actually get to the lockup. So it is really secure. I'm not sure if that's all in place, because our caravan now hasn't been checked for a while, since beginning of March. I think we managed to get one weekend in on our caravan, and basically what's happened is I said to hubby, our bath sheets need replacing, and I'm quite low on towels, mostly due to the fact that we actually transferred everything that first weekend we went away in the caravan, like 3 lots of double bedding, because we've got 2 double beds, one you make up, one that's fitted. All the towels, flannels, tea towels, oven gloves, all of that is gone to the caravan. So during the winter I do rely on those towels, and I do have what I call dark chocolate brown, as I call it, bath towels and flannels, so I know exactly what actually goes into the caravan. So through the winter I rely on that extra bedding, towels and everything in the home, but that's all gone. That's why very often nice, so I'm hoping it's going to be nice tomorrow, because it's Wednesday tomorrow, and I've been doing the bedding Wednesday or Thursday, and as you've probably realised, I wash it, get it on the line, get it dry and put it back on as I did last week. Not sure if I changed the bedding this week to something different, but it's the lighter bedding I've put on at this time. Now going back to clothing, so I'm going to go back through my wardrobe. Usually by now I've unpacked umpteen times by now for weekends away, and some clothing I do actually transfer to the caravan as well. So I keep what I call main pieces for my wardrobe in a second wardrobe, as I call it, back in the caravan. So like extra sweatshirts, tops, jeggings, pyjamas, underwear. A certain amount of stuff is kept in the caravan, then I just top it up every time we go or whatever, but I try and keep spare sets in there because you never know what our British weather's going to do. And so I'm going to start going through my wardrobe. I did have a sort out and clear out, as I said, at the beginning of the year in January and February, and I'm still getting rid of stuff, or hope to. It's sort of all been put together. Then once the lockdown's done, I will transfer it to whether it's going to be general rubbish, go to the tip, or given away to somebody else, or to the charity shop. So I might include that in a separate video of pieces. So I'm still going through our home. It is giving me a chance now to review my clothing. As I said, some things have still got the tickets on that should have been gone to the caravan or packed by now, but hey ho, we'll get round to it. So I might, start going through my clothing. So hopefully you might see some more different clothing to the same things. I suppose a lot of people are the same. And there's that saying, you wear 20% of your clothing 80% of the time, and I can actually agree with that. Some of my other pieces are more, I would call casual to smarter, dare I say, and I do wear a lot of different stuff when we're away, especially if we're away a week, 2 weeks at a time, do you know what I mean? Things like that. I'm a great charity shop person as well, and I do like Primark. I say don't very often purchase expensive items, which probably is the best, but I'm under the pretense that I don't feel obliged then to feel guilty if I've worn it a few times and then get rid of it. But saying that, some of the items I've got from the charity shop are like things like Marks and Spencer's, Next, and that sort of thing. And them items, I must admit, have really held up well, and I've worn them so many times, including that top that's got the black hearts on that I'm always wearing. That is one of my favourite pieces. But as I said, I've got a lot of clothing to go through, and as I'm not going out shopping, I haven't bought any clothing online either, and so that's that. Going back down to the towel situation, hubby managed to get me one bath sheet from Home Bargains after shopping in Iceland at the weekend on Sunday. So that be one of the towels that's really wearing thin, has got a hole in, I can transfer. Those towels, I got rid of one and replaced it a little while back. I think you might have remembered that. This is the second one, then I got another one to replace. We do prefer the bath sheets due to the fact, except for me, the guys are over 6 foot, so it's just a larger towel. And so that is something. Pillows is another thing that's on my wish list. It's something, I don't know about anybody else, I presume you could get them online. We've got a lot of our pillows actually from IKEA on our visits, because they've got a large selection, plus Dunelm, because they have them all out on show, like their quilt covers, so you can actually feel the texture, and you can see what's good for someone who sleeps on the back, the front and side and things like that, the consistency of it, the quality and that sort of thing. Both my son and hubby, as I've again pointed out before, they do have a pillow each, and I don't know about anybody else, £25 per pillow. I haven't gone to that extent. To me, I don't find them particularly comfortable, but they swear by them. I do miss my, what I call like my tapper tape, was it? Not the mattress sort of thing. Tampa mattress thing. Well, I've got something like on a pillar, and that was quite expensive. I got it in sale. I think it was about 16 to 18 pounds, I think it was. That sort of material, and that is gorgeous. And I really wish, I didn't think this is going to get to this state, this lockdown. I would have brought it home and used it. But yeah, the pillars drastically need replacing, but I'm hoping to again put that off to a shopping spree. So Dunelm's pretty good that way, aside IKEA. A lot of the pillars have come from those two stores. What else have I got to say? I'm going to show you in a minute the mess on the lounge floor. Some of it is left over from last night. Tut, 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 tut. And everybody was looking at it and looking at me as if to say, well, why is this stuff in the middle of the lounge? Why isn't it put away? That's due to the fact I'm still waiting for the boxes to come back down from the loft. It was supposed to be done Sunday. It's supposed to have been done last night. And I looked at both of them and they were both dozing, watching TV, so I didn't push it. And then they looked up and said, oh, are you doing anything with this? And I said, well, yeah, when the boxes come down. And the consequently is they didn't come down, so maybe tonight, and I'll show you. I did pack some of it up in a cardboard box and one plastic box I had down, but I've just got to wait for the really massive, what I call massive plastic box to come down for the bigger items, and then I can transfer them on. I may take it all up because I want to give the lounge a good clean. That wasn't actually on the cards today, but I don't know. I was standing in the queue. I say it wasn't too long, but my back was killing, my legs were killing me, you know, just standing there. Someone actually did offer to get me a chair because she could see I was limping and I was sort of suffering. I said, no. I said, I'll try. If I'm not going to be too much longer, I'd rather stand now, which I said, thank you very much, Boots. I said, no, I'd rather stand now because if I sit down, I might not be able to get back up. And I still had to walk home as well. So anyway, I got a lot more of the pieces down, a few more pieces of Easter decor I got down as I was waiting to go out. I went out about 9 o'clock this morning and I got a few more pieces to take down. I don't know whether you can see just there, dining room on the shelf there. I don't know whether it's in an actual focus. I've just got to take the stuff down off the dining room shelving. I've taken the Easter pieces out of that decoration that's on the dining room table, the Easter eggs and the bunny rabbits, and I've left the flowers, and I've just noticed I've got to take the little eggs out of the other decoration in my lounge. So I'm trying to group that all together. I may just take it all upstairs and put it on the landing on the pretense that it's going to be packaged up and put in the boxes and put straight back up the loft in theory. As I said, it was mostly prescription and cook a meal today. That was the most thing, but yeah, if the stuff, I don't think the stuff, you'll see in a minute, the stuff's all over the lounge floor. I don't see how it's going to be left there until tomorrow. I will try and get that put away today. Now, I'm not quite sure if this is about 20-25 minutes long, this little chit chat. So what I might have to do, I might split this in 2 parts. I'm happy bunny today. I'm just relieved I've got my medication. There was a slight hiccup, well, a couple of hiccups. I did ask if there was any way with this lockdown continuing whether I could have my prescriptions delivered, but I don't fall into that category. And secondly, one of my main medications, I've got to go back to my surgery because the distributor, they're having trouble getting this particular medication. It's not the first time I've heard this, not on this particular medication, but on quite a lot with everything going on, and it is one of my diabetic medications, so I've got to really get this sorted out. Luckily or not, I've got an appointment at the surgery on Monday. I've got my B12 injection, and I think that's why I've been feeling tired, and my limbs and my joints are really aching, my back is really hurting. B12 is obviously to do with the red blood count. I have this injection every 3 months, and when I phoned up, I was wondering whether they'd actually allow me to have the injection because they may not see it as a necessity, although If I don't, I feel worse. And this last week, although I'm happy bunny today, I ache. I have been for a few days now. As it's leading up to the injection, I haven't got the energy as I normally have. A couple of days after I've had an injection, I start perking up again. If that makes sense. So that's something else. But so I've got a couple of things to sort out. I've got paperwork from the hospital because I'm not sure about my pain clinic at the hospital, and I know there's more important people in front of me. I understand that, but I was hoping if I have a word with the surgery whether they could sort of start the procedure of getting that appointment, even if it's June, July, even August, so I can get in the queue, if you see what I mean. As if we wait till the end of the lockdown, which they might do, I don't know, it could be looking at the end of the year, I think, before they catch up with that. So yeah, so I've got to sort out a replacement for this medication and see what the surgery says. I've got my B12 injection and this communication with the hospital to see where I stand with that. So that's 3 things that I'm hoping to get sorted out on Monday with my appointment. Do it all in one go. Yeah, I do look weird. At least I think it would look weird if I hadn't got my thick fleece on. But once I've had my thick fleece, I've got my full mask that I put on, and I've got some heavy duty gloves that I wear out as well as thin gloves and things like that. So I'm pretty well protected. As I said, at the moment, I can't do anything other if I need a doctor's or hospital appointment. I haven't had a hospital appointment since that last one I had, beginning of March, but I need to go to the surgery, and luckily I've got an appointment. And of course the chemist, that's sort of things that the guys can't really do due to their hours of work, and also, bless them, it's enough, I think, 1 day off a week, and I'm sure everybody understands, and it's probably in the same situation. They've got the shopping to sort out. So yeah, that's why I try and do a bit every day, and get some of those things done that's put off. So I think I'm going to leave it here. I really want to get on, so again, this probably is in 2 parts, but I'll quickly show you what is on the floor at the moment. Right, so I've taken everything down. I will have a quick look round everywhere to make sure all the Easter pieces are here. As I said, there is that decoration there. I'm going to take these little yellow eggs out and possibly replace it with some red flowers, and I might just have it simply on the dining table and take that wooden frame decoration out, I think. And as I said, this mostly goes in the larger plastic tub, and this pile here is separate due to the fact those mugs down there, they actually go in the top of my cupboard where I keep my Christmas mugs as well, my seasonal mugs in the kitchen. And these I count more of a spring. I have had those out, as you know, in my back door. They actually just go in with my rest of my decor upstairs walk-in cupboard, and the 2 cushion covers, because I've got to change my covers on my pillows, on my cushion pads here in the lounge. So this is everything. As I said, I've got one of the large boxes and one this size box to come down, and then I reorganise it, repackage it, and they can go back up in the loft hopefully tonight. And then I want to, obviously I can sit and have my coffee this afternoon and just close down those trees and take all the eggs off, even if I just put them in, say, like one of the Easter baskets. So that's that. Unfortunately, it was my eldest son's birthday this week, and we did actually see him on FaceTime, and we all sang him happy birthday. That's something else I have at the moment. I have now got Mother's Day gifts here. I have got my brother's gift and card. I've got now my son's gift and card. So they're all mounting up.
yes, I could send cards through the post, but I don't know about anybody else. I don't particularly like sending money through the post. But anyway, we keep saying this. We're going to make it all up to everybody, so everybody's in the same boat. Once this all blown over. So yeah, that's going to be my job. I might just actually take it all upstairs, and I might actually start cleaning the lounge. But again, that may be in a different video. So I'd like to say thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Goodbye.